Hey everybody, Jeppy here, and today we're going to be going over what it takes to get out of gold here at Rainbow Six Siege. So, how many of you guys get super pissed off that no matter what you do, no matter what you try, you just can't get out of that silver to gold range? Well, here in this video, we're going to see if we could go over a couple tips and tricks that you could use to get out of those ranges and into Plat and eventually Diamond, because that's the ultimate goal here in Siege, right? To get up to that Diamond rank. I'm going to break this video down into 3 different parts. The first part is going to be just general tips and tricks, what your mindset should be while you're starting up a match, or what you should be looking for in each match. Step 2 is going to be, we're going to be going over the defensive side of things, different ways to hold different sites, and what operators you should be using as well. And then the third is going to be attackers, and then some really good attacker tips that you can use to help win those really hard attacking rounds. All right, so within our first category, I mean, it really does go without being said, the number one way to grow at this game and get better is to just keep on playing. But that's just such a generic tip. Like, everybody says, oh, go just keep on playing, you're eventually going to get there. But it comes down to how much time you put into the game to get better at it. One of the things that I use to get better is, and I go into T-Hunt. I know everyone says, go into T-Hunt, it makes you win more. But there's certain things you have to look for while you're going into T-Hunt. Don't just go to T-Hunt, run around all over the place, and you don't really train on anything. When you go into a game of Terrorist Hunt, you have to think of a method of what you're trying to train. Is it going to be flicks? Is it going to be one-tap headshots? Is it going to be 180s? You have to think of a way to train your movements and your mindset while you go into Terrorist Hunt, not just going in there and shooting the place up. Let's go into a Terrorist Hunt match, and I'm going to show you guys a method that I use to train one of my aspects of my game. Okay, so I like to go onto plane, and I only have bomb turned on, so only plane and only bomb. And the reason why I do is because plane is really good at close quarters combat. I like to use sledge because I try to work on my SMG-11 plays, but I'm going to show you guys why I think this is a really good warm-up right here. Okay, so I clear out this whole entire section of the plane over here, and what I do is I like to plant the bomb right here, and this is a drill that I like to do to work on your 180 flicks, and I'm still improving on it, so I'm going to be whiffing a lot, but you plant the bomb out here, and then you sit in the hallway, and then you just work on your flicks back and forth, okay? And that's why I like doing this on plane, because there's multiple areas with long hallways that you can just use to flick back and forth. It trains your muscle memory to teach you how far on controller you need to be moving your fingers, or on how far you need to be moving your mouse on mouse and keyboard. And this helps out a lot. This is what I mean when you want to go into Terrorist Hunt with the mindset of what you want to be training. Do you want to be training one-tap headshots? Do you want to be training flicks? Like, what do you want to be doing instead of just running around just killing people? This is what I mean by that. Another thing you should do in Rainbow Six Siege is to find people who are as like-minded as you to get better at the game. What you could do is you could go onto Discord. There are a tons of different servers that you could go on with people who are actually looking for teammates, and it won't really be necessarily that awkward because you're going up against people, or you're trying to find people who have the same mindset as you. They're trying to get better. I'm going to shout out the one that I'm in. I'm in an organization called Godalians. We have a big Discord over here, a whole Rainbow Six Siege general over here, people who are looking to play with each other. And trust me, when you could play with a group of people instead of solo queuing, you get the opportunity to create strats and teamwork a lot better than going up against randoms. I'm not saying never solo queue, but you will find you're going to win more games if you have people to play with as well. So another thing I want to bring up too is you'll find people who use terrible operators, or they don't know which operators to bring in certain engagements. And that's what I'm going to try and help out with you guys today. So if you've never seen this before, this is the Year 4 Season 3 designer notes mid-season. Every single season, the devs put out a list of the best and worst operators based on win deltas and pick rates in the Plat and Diamond categories on PC. So this is a good opportunity to figure out which operators are doing good and which ones aren't. So if we look over on the attacking side, you really want to try and avoid operators who are down in the underpicked and too weak. And obviously I know Cabby Tau could be really useful in situations. Maverick could be really useful in situations. Same thing with Lion and maybe Amari sometimes, but it just gives you an idea of, okay, let's not play glass, or, you know, shield operators aren't really even that good, to be honest. And that also gives you an idea of which operators are doing well. So in the overpicked too strong or overpicked too weak, sometimes these operators are good over here. You're gonna find where you should be sitting. Obviously you have a bunch of your support operators, your fragging operators, Bucky with his utility, and you have Blackbeard sitting here all by himself. If we take a look over the defensive side, again, you want to try and avoid operators who are sitting in this kind of range. So really any of these ones, I would even say sometimes Castle is good on some objectives. Cade is good. I don't know why he's down over here, but it gives you an idea of which operators you should be bringing. So, I mean, Aker's really good. Legion, Valk, Doc's doing pretty decent. I mean, the trap operators are always doing really good. So really, statistically, and this is in Plat and Diamond, if you have a Cap Cannon or Frost on your team, you have a very good chance of winning that game. So they're pretty underrated, to be honest. Okay, now let's talk defense for a little bit. So obviously for defense, you have your anchors and your roamers. Another thing you should think of instead of just anchors, roamers, is this role called lurkers. Now lurkers, what they do is they like to sit in rooms that are kind of adjacent to the objective, not so much anchoring on site, but near it, holding down key sites of the map. And so this is really how you should boil down on how to do a defensive round. You should have anchors, lurkers, and roamers. Roamers are going to be the ones who are trying to get picks out on the edges of the map, or where people like to come in to enter the map and progressively make their way back to site while trying to get flanks off and get the flank kills. Your lurkers are going to be sitting in rooms that are adjacent to the site, trying to hold on to power positions. Maybe the thermite can't get a wall or something if he gets in this room, or you're really trying to make it to limit the amount of ways attackers can get into the site. And then of course you have your anchors, who are literally sitting on site, watching doorways, watching cams, getting on their Maestro turrets, echo drones, giving out information where it's safe. I'm going to show you guys an example of what I mean. Okay guys, so for my example, I'm going to bring us over to Cache CCTV room here on Clubhouse, and instead of just telling you guys you need anchors, roamers, I really think that I should show you guys like an example of what I mean. So when I say I want like an anchor on a site, on this room you're definitely going to want to control this wall. You want the bandit or the Cade tricking on this wall, because if they open this up, it makes it so much easier for the attacking team. So for your anchoring, you're going to want bandit on this wall, and then a lurker, for example, you're a garage. Okay, you generally want a one armor with an ACOG sitting here in garage, whether it's Maestro, Doc, Rook, doesn't matter. You're gonna want an anchor sitting here in garage, watching the door, watching the stair, or that little entryway over there, because if they get control of garage, then it makes attacking this and the bandit trick a lot harder. This is a position called lurking. It's not exactly on site, but you want it to be near it and to try and limit the amount of ways attacking can get inside. Another example of lurking is you want to have someone usually sit in construction, maybe have that reinforced or that reinforced, and I like to break over this hatch just so it's an exit route if you need to get out of there. But I like to have someone sit in construction as well, because again, it's not exactly on site, you're not anchoring, but you're holding down a power position that it would make it harder for the attacking team to get in and get on site. So you have lurker, anchor, bandit tricking, and then lurker is over there. Now your two roamers have a bunch of responsibilities as well. I like to have a roamer sit on bedroom stairs, kind of on the northwest side of the map. So kind of around over here, anywhere on this side of the map is their responsibility. Limit the amount of picks getting in, shoot drones, take as much time as it can for the attackers to get in. Say they're holding down these stairs and they get a couple picks or whatever, they're wasting time, they can run back to construction, help out with the lurking duties instead of roaming. Or if say the push is from the other side of the map and no one's coming over here, then you can leave this site and go and help out on the east stairs as well. Another area I want roamers to normally be is I want someone to be somewhere near stockroom, bar, or east stairs, somewhere around over here, because again, you go the east stairs, getting site is a lot easier as the attackers, and it limits the amount of ways that the attackers could get in. If you could hold them off over here for a little while or in stockroom a little bit and delay the push up into east stairs, it's going to help out quite a bit. And then also it's one more area that the anchor or the lurker in garage is going to have to look. If you can hold down this area pretty good, whether it's stairs or over here, it's one less area that the lurker has to look down to protect the garage. And that's what I mean by having a full set plan and a strategy of roamers, lurkers, and anchors. So let's go over to the attacking side now. Okay guys, so really the biggest thing you can do to get better on the attacking side and build more confidence is drone. And I'm serious, man. Droning, ever since I've consciously thought of getting better at droning. Think to myself, okay, I have a minute left, I can still drone. Even 30 seconds left. Late round droning helps out so much. It builds up your confidence as an attacker. That way you're not the attacker who's sitting outside the entire round until like the last 30 seconds around, and they said, oh, I couldn't do anything. Well, really, you just sat outside the entire time, not helping with the coordinated push to clear out the roamers, the lurkers, to then be able to deal with the anchors on site and get the plant off. So droning is such a huge aspect here at Rainbow Six Siege. One thing you can do as a support player is you could drone in for your entry fraggers. An entry fragger is pretty much your best player on one of the best attacking operators, whether that's Ash, Twitch, IQ, or Zofia, operators that are meant to get frags, get kills. And trust me, I know it's not fun, but if you're in a support player, if you're the Thermite, the Thatcher, and you're not actively doing anything right now, drone in for those operators, for your entry fraggers. Say you're trying to go into, lobby on bank or something, and you got to clear that out. Keep your drone in front of the operator. That way they can make quick pushes throughout the map, so they don't have to sit there and drone out for them. Stop, move, stop, move. If you are continually droning in for them, you are clearing ground, breaking lines of sight with your best player. A really big thing that you can do as an attacker is once you identify what defending site the operator or the defending team is at, you guys need to come up with a quick strategy on what to do in that scenario. Okay, guys, one thing that you really got to take in account for is you have to have a coordinated attack. Once you identify where the defenders are, what site they are, you need to come up with a plan with your teammates to figure out how you're going to attack this objective. Say the defenders are defending kitchen here on coastline, which is where I'm bringing you guys for example. What you need to do is you need to clear out the top floor, okay? You need to clear the top floor, get into VIP, break the floor, create lines of sight, stop rotations, deal with mirrors, roamers while you're upstairs, and then that way you could kind of take out the roamers, the lurkers, and the anchors at the same time. So I brought you guys up here, and we're gonna head into VIP. And you really need someone with either sledge is really good or breaching charges, buck. You need someone to clear out the floor or clear out all the way upstairs, okay? And you need to clear out VIP. You'd also need to clear out penthouse and stop the flanks. What I'd like to do is drone in for your entry fraggers. You need to make sure you clear out the entire top floor, place air jabs or claymores or whatever on the staircases, because that's the only ways the defenders can come up to flank you. Those roamers are definitely going to want to get up and flank you. So claymores, air jabs, gridlock mines, whatever, in front of doorways, protect your back, create flank drones. If anyone dies during this process, they can watch the drones. Their job isn't done yet. They're not going to sit there and spectate you. They have to watch drones. Same thing on the defending side. You have to watch cameras. So for example, if you break right here, so if you clear out VIP, you get, you clear out the whole upstairs, you got flank drones, claymores, whatever, nomad, whatever, making sure you guys are safe or you got someone watching your back, then you can go ahead and break open the whole floor. And then this should be done pretty quickly. And there's almost always a rotate here through kitchen, okay? So you could break this rotate. They know that once this spot, the defenders know that once this spot right here gets broken, they can no longer rotate through there. Also, you can break over here and destroy their rotate through here. So that you can effectively cut off the rotation from kitchen to the site over here as well. Also, there's almost always going to be someone sitting over here, whether it's a maestro or an anchor sitting over here. So what you could do is if you're sledge or whatever, break a little hole into penthouse and then break the floor right here. And then that way you can create lines of sight, stop rotations for the defending team, and hopefully if someone does come and flank you, you'll catch them. You'll catch them with the claymores, redlock mines, or whatever. And this needs to be, what I mean by this is this needs to be a well-coordinated attack, okay? You need everybody on your team knowing exactly what you're going to do. This is why it really helps to have a 5-stack to make sure to clear out this whole top floor. And you should really be going in pairs of 2 as well. Another thing to do on attacking is you should have someone, whoever your entry fraggers or whoever's pushing into somewhere, you want someone close by as well, so they could get this thing called a refrag. refrag. What a refrag is say I'm the sledge sitting right there, whatever, and I'm another attacker joining in for them, or checking more corners or whatever. If they go in here and they're trying to push a VIP and they die to someone, they're not going to usually expect another player to be quickly there to get the other kill. So you're not sitting there with a 5v4 or whatever, you're sitting there with a 4v4 if you get that refrag, that extra kill. Usually the person will be like reloading, or maybe not be expecting it, and whoever just got killed, whoever got in there and got killed by the players playing in there, needs to call out where that player is, who it is, and how much health they have left. That way when you go in, you can know, like, okay, do they not have a lot of health? I should really just go pet to push them and just throw shots all over the place because I know that they're gonna be hurt. Okay guys, that's gonna end today's video. I really appreciate you all for watching. Hopefully some of these tips help you out in your endeavor to get ever better at Siege. Create a 5 stack of players with the same mindset of you of trying to get better. But yeah, that's gonna end it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Follow me over on Instagram, sirjeppy, Twitch, sirjeppy, and I'm subscribed here on YouTube because I put a lot of work into this one, and hopefully you like the gameplay and the examples. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Jeppy out.
I wouldn't have ran in there if I knew. He was in church. He killed me from church.